to the upside right now, and you
Moves and reaction from D.C. Watch us for up-to-the-minute coverage. Fox Business Network.
Chaos at the Cairo airport as thousands attempt to flee. The State Department has sent charter planes to Egypt to get Americans out as Egyptian Americans watch closely here at home. Jeff Flock is with some of them in Chicago with their reaction to the crisis in Egypt. Jeff.
Indeed, Cheryl. Fascinating discussion here with Egyptian men and women, I should say. A fascinating discussion about what's going on with people with a unique perspective. I want to talk to this gentleman real quick because you talked to people in Egypt this morning. What's their headline?
Well, the headlines were very determined. They're not going to stop. There are no police. The government, they're trying to make chaos. So the people really took the street to protect the people. Like my friend had in the building had 36 apartments, and every apartment took to watch for the building for an hour.
Trying to take a watch. We are in a place called the Oasis Cafe. A lot of Egyptian American businessmen. It's your establishment, sir. Tell me, you guys are watching. I know you watch television all the time about what's going on. What's your biggest fear about what happens there?
Well, it's just like the people, they want to say their words. The fear is that just Mubarak don't step aside. He has to step aside because that's enough for him to lead these people. Let somebody else.
This loses steam before the change gets made. And just to go around the room, occupations.
Electrical engineer.
Nuclear engineer.
Restaurant owner.
Physical therapist.
Businessman.
I'm an anesthesiologist.
Well, there you go. A group of Egyptian Americans very closely watching what's going on over there. We're going to be back next hour also with a little more broad discussion of this, Cheryl. But I think you get some sense of the power of the feeling here that some hearken this back to when King Farouk was overthrown in 1952. It has that kind of power to it.
You know, Jeff and Jim and Sandra and I have been listening to your report and listening to them, and I think it's so interesting, Jim. You're a Syrian American, we should say, but I think it's interesting to see how it so affects those here at home, and that the communication is literally, as Jeff is saying, is still somewhat there for them, and I think that's a positive.
Well, this is new generation. They are all speaking with an accent which is very different from somebody whose grandparents or parents came over. So they are truly both Egyptian and American, and are very closely tied because they were all born in Egypt, have family, probably have money and businesses, so they have some skin in this game.
Sandra, you're also from Chicago, and I mean, I think, again, there's a strong Egyptian-American group, as there is here in New York, and I know several friends, and I think that concern really resonates for all of us.
Well, and they're obviously really in touch with the struggle between wealth and poverty in the country. I mean, they were promised, this leader's been there 30 years in place, saying that he's going to improve their standard of living, give them jobs. It hasn't happened. 1% of that nation is rich. So many of them are in poverty. 15% of the Egyptian people live in some sort of poverty, and this is them speaking out.
And you know, Jeff, what is so interesting about the rule of Hosni Mubarak over the last 30 years is that frankly, he didn't do either. At least the Chinese were able to, maybe they still have rule over the country, but they built economic prosperity in China. That has not happened in Egypt, and maybe that is why Hosni Mubarak finds himself in the position he does today.
I think that's one of the things that obviously drove this, and many of these people came to the U.S. for more economic opportunity. You said your father lost his business when the king was overthrown.
Right.
So
yes, he did. Like Gamal Abdel Nasser burned my father's business to the ground. And that's just was Gamal Abdel Nasser in 52.
And people coming here to the U.S. for that kind of economic opportunity that has not been available back in their homeland. When I ask them next hour if anyone thinks of returning, perhaps, if the government changes, be an interesting question.
All right, that'll be a great report. We'll see you in the next hour of Fox Business Network. Jeff Flock out in Chicago, thank you very much. We're going to switch gears for just a moment here. A big setback for health care reform could be coming this afternoon in a ruling expected from a Florida judge. We're going to tell you about it next on Fox Business, giving you the power to prosper.